Hello bros, I'm Uncle 0, Bro 5 Production. Next part, Sakura Forest Girls. So let's return to where we left off last time. We caught a fish that was strong and it pulled us down, both down in the river. Ayana's face is inches away from mine. Her face is flushed with embarrassment and her lips are pursed cutely. Her long white hair trails in the river and droplets of water cling to her bronzed skin. Our damp legs are intertwined together beneath the water and I can feel Ayana's hot breath against my cheek. This is kind of awkward. How did we end up in such a compromising position? Are you alright, Ayana? I didn't hurt you, did I? No, I'm fine. You can never hurt me, Yaja. We're friends after all. Friends or not, that doesn't stop me from waiting a whole bunch. I have more muscle mass than you and I'm taller. I must be crushing you. It's alright, really. I'm not that delicate. I'm more worried about you. And I'm more worried about you. Then I guess we're both worried about each other. Of course we do. We're best friends after all. That should go without saying. Jeez. I shake my head bemused. Listen to us, fussing over each other. We're so silly. I start to laugh and Ayana soon joins in. To a third party we must look ridiculous. We're both lying in the river, our limbs entangled, and we're making no effort to wade back to the bank. Instead we're laughing and clinging to one another as though we're there for life. Nothing particularly funny happened. In fact, it's the opposite. I screwed up while I was fishing and then I fell into the river and I made nothing but a mistake, one after the other. That should rankle me more than it is, but I can't stay mad when I'm with Ayana. She always cheers me up. It doesn't hurt that she's so adorable and soft, and she smells good. She has got it all. My laughter starts to trail away, like the ebbing of the tide. Still smiling, I look at Ayana, my arms wound about hers. Hey, Ayana? Yes? What is it, Jaja? I'm glad I came on this journey with you. Me too. I don't know what I'd do without you. You'd be awful lot drier for one. If you were on your own, you would have been pulled into the river. If I was on my own, I never would have reached this river in the first place. Maybe. I think you're more capable than you give yourself credit for. But it's neither here nor there. We should probably head back to the bank. We need to dry off, then I might be able to actually catch some fish. We'll be angry if we come back empty-handed. That's right. Ayana's eyes widen in surprise. I forgot about that. It's a good thing I'm here to remind you. I poke Ayana's damn forehead with my equally damn fingertip. It's not like you'll be forgetful, did hit your head. No, I'm fine. Ayana shakes her head. Her white pigtails floating on the lake like water beetles. I bet that I'm fine actually. Being with you always makes me happy. My face turns red at these unexpectedly sweet sentiments, and I find I have to glance away to hide my ferocious blush. I don't want Ayana to see what an intense effect her compliment have upon me. That would be even more embarrassing than falling into the river was. Ayana and I returned to Maya's home an hour after the fishing debacle. The sunlight has since dried our clothes and hair, but we are still damp about the edges, and my dress smells faintly of river scum. Falling into the river wasn't my proudest moment, but I was able to restore some of my pride by catching a bunch of silvery pike and bass. My, it looks like you caught a lot. My praises are all an amused smile playing about her mouth. Call me impressed. You did better than I thought you would. Though you both look a bit debauched. Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Everything went according to plan. Really now. My smile goes wider. Still I know she doesn't believe a word I'm saying. Are you quite certain, little warrior girl? You're not keeping anything from me, are you? As if I would. I'm not a sneak like you are. Now, here's your stinking fish. Ayana and I worked hard to fish these up for you, so be grateful. Oh, but I am. I'm very grateful. You may be a little girl, but you are not half so hopeless as once I feared. Hey. I know I should rise to the bait. I'm a human, not a fish, but I can't help it. This woman is infuriating. Don't call me a little girl. I'm a grown woman by my village culture, and I'm more than capable of looking after myself. I'm pretty muscular, in case you haven't noticed. I could take you on in a fight easily. I'm sure you could if it was a fair fight. But I have no interest in anything so dreadfully dull. I figured as much. Your bark and no bite. Think that? Maya chuckles. I'm not particularly skilled with melee weapons, it is true, but I have no interest in stabbing and trusting such primitive methods so awfully gosh. If you and I were ever to come to blows, which I pray would never happen, I would not bother with physical exertion. It is unladylike, and I would not want to get sweaty. I would instead use my magic to charm you, then turn you into my slave. Enured by me, you would have no choice but to do my bidding. I could, in your entrooped state, make you drop your spear upon the ground and turn it on yourself. Or even upon your little friend now. Wouldn't that be dramatic? My eerie laughter sends shivers down my spine. I hope maybe we got it off the wrong foot and I might have grown to like her given time. But I think I like her even less now that I'd during our initial meeting. Don't act so grandiose. I would never ever turn weapon on Ayana, no matter what enchantment you have at your disposal. That's not possible. Really now? Alright, said Naba. Would you like to test that? Might prove illuminating for all three of us. Why you? Yeah, please don't. And I rest a hand on my shoulder. There's no sense fighting here. She's supposed to be our ally. But she's threatening us. I don't think she means anything by it. She's just teasing. Maya giggles. We have not known one another all that long, little girl. But you seem to understand me well. Perhaps we could in time become friends. Did you leave Ayana alone? She's my friend, not yours. We didn't seek you out so we could all be buddy-buddy. You didn't? No, our relationship is a complete transaction. We only agreed to help you so you will help us. There's no friendship involved. Oh, that is sad. I tend not to involve myself in the affairs of humans, but you intrigue me. I do so love stoking that temper of yours. It is very gratifying to see how fiercely I can make it burn. You are like an inferno, little warrior girl. Your friend, by contrast, is cool and unmoved, like an icy tundra. She is far easier to get along with, though she is quite sadly lacking in the same chance you possess in abundance. What are you talking about? Take a step away from my flustered despite myself. Ayana way more charming than I am. She's the pinnacle of feminine grace, and I'm clumsy and awkward. And brash indeed. But indeed, you have many failings if you were a teacup. I fear you would be full of cracks. And quite particularly in imperfection, though. When one has lived as long as I have, one begins to tire people and places and objects which are simply pretty. I hunger for something more visceral than that. You aren't exactly the sort of girl I like to tease. I will never get enough of your intense emotions. I could feast upon the anger in your eyes for a full week and still not be satisfied. That is how much I value your company. What does Maya mean by that? I don't really get it. I guess she is trying to tell me. Yeah. How would I interpret this? Well, I'm pretty sure that she's a pervert, but from what she just said, that sounds like she's into me. So this is a little hard choice because it's close to 50-50, but I think we're gonna go with what we just read. I interpreted that she's into me. Maybe I got the wrong idea, but are you trying to flirt with me? My, so you finally figured it out, have you? You're not as dense as you look, or indeed often act. Whatever. That's away from my her gaze is discounting. It feels like she can see a little too much of me, and I'm not referring to solely my skin. If you like me that much, why don't you roll me already? Show her Jan and I where Coco is so we can leave and continue on our journey. I don't want to stick around here. Maya clicks her tongue. Do not be so hasty. Don't you know that that pleasure can be found in waiting? You will be more appreciative, I am sure, if I give you the information you seek after you have faced a variety of trials. And speaking of which, I have grown rather peckish as I anticipated your return. I would very much like to consume some of the fish you have brought to me so graciously, little warrior girl. I would hope so, after we went all to the trouble of catching it. Then hauling it back here. I got a bunch of fish for you, so go ahead. There's to the bucket of fish laying on the ground. Get cooking. You are not going to do it for me. Why should I? When I'm the one who caught them, I'm not your slave. I would always make you my slave using my magic. But perhaps I shall abstain for now. I would far rather bend you to my will using my own wiles as opposed to underhanded enchantments. It's much more fulfilling that way. As if I ever be a slave, you're delusional. Delusional, am I? Maya seems to ponder this for a few moments, one long little leg crossed over the other. She looks me up and down with pursed lips and says softly, "Perhaps I am delusional. I have been alone for many, many years. Sometimes I do wonder, is any of this truly real? Could you perhaps be a figment of my imagination? Maybe we all are figments of no real fixed form. We could all be dreams no more than the shadowy, ill-defined creation of a being greater than ourselves. Our existence ultimately means less than ashes scattered in the breeze. All our thoughts and feelings, none of them truly matter. Or do they?" Maya fixes me with a cool stare. Well, Silence envelops us. It's a very cold stare while sort of silence. Despite the warmness of the day and the chill creeps down my spine. Why is Maya looking at me like that? To be honest, I don't really get anything you just said. I did not think you would. A little girl like you. I'm not a little girl. It is no matter. Maya giggles. It is unfair to posit such questions to you. Great thinkers have pondered the meaning of existence and of centuries, and I have been unable to find an answer. I would be most surprised indeed if you had anything of value to offer. Please forgive me. Maya bows her head. It is a bad habit of mine to navel-gaze needlessly when I am hungry. Now, let us see to dinner. Sad to say, but I'm not the best cook. I would not like to sully the fish you caught with my own substance skills. So would you be a dear attend to it, Ayana? Of course I can. I don't mind at all. I knew you would say that. With that attitude of yours, you would make the perfect housewife. Perhaps I ought to keep you here so you can cook for me and clean for me, and massage my back whenever it begins to ache. No way. Oh, and I'm protected about Ayana clinching her to my side. Anna's my friend, remember? She's not your property, and she's absolutely not your drudge. I don't want her stuck slaving away at her for the rest of her days. What a pity. You're so awfully possessive. It is enough to make one wonder whether the feelings you nurse for Ayana are mere friendship, little warrior girl. What? I draw away from Ayana as though burned, then spot an incoherent response. My face red as a beet all the while. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, but I rather think you do. For all your pretensions to the contrary, you are not that dense. Well, never mind that. I would love to discuss so-called friendship, but that would not fill my belly. I shall shelve the matter for now. And for always, I hope. I can't promise that. I grit my teeth together, which of course makes Maya giggle. She seems to find an incredible amount of amusement in my expense. She might not have turned me into a frog, but she's definitely a wicked witch. There's no two ways about that. The food you have prepared smells truly delicious. I can't wait to sink my teeth into all this. I hope it tastes as good as it smells. Of course it does. I puff my chest, proud on Ayana's behalf. Ayana is my dearest friend, and I never hesitate when presented a chance to boast about her. She does take nearly as much pride in her own skills as she should. She's far too demure. Ayana cooking is incredible. You have nothing to fear. I'm sure she'll present something to you that will delight and inflame your taste buds. Now that's quite a sales pitch. You could give Mika a run for her money. Maya giggles. No, I'm more excited than ever to dig in. I have high hopes in your cooking, Ayana. Please don't let me down. Oh, Anna flustered at this. Her face is already pink, that's to the light from the crackling fire over which she roasted the fish, but now it looks perceptibly peony. Yeah, it's exaggerating. My cooking is not that good. I hope it does not disappoint. Your culinary prowess could never be a cause of disappointment, Ayana. You are playing yourself down. I rather think you are playing me up too much. And I protest, albeit feebly. She's smiling, and I don't think she minds my compliments all that much. We spent so much time together that she's probably grown used to it. Regardless of how this meal turns out, I'm sure I will enjoy it. It has been a long while since I was able to eat anybody's else cooking. Living on my own has its perks, but there are all drawbacks too. I do so love it when the cute girls pamper me. Speaking of which, my casts a coy glance in my direction. Anna is cooking for me, but what are you doing to wait upon me, Miss Warrior? I did plenty already, and I'm the one who caught those fish. That's true enough, I suppose. But I am sure I could get more honest labor out of you yet. You seem like a sturdy girl. Why, you haven't even broken a sweat. As your new mistress? Mistress, since when did we agree to that? I cannot let you stand idle. Now come hither. The ground is bumpy even with woven rug, and I do not care to plant my exalted behind upon it. Could I borrow your back so I might sit upon it like a chair? It looks very sturdy indeed. What? I gulped my eyes wide. Surely you can't be serious. Oh, but I am. It's been a long while since I had a cute girl like yourself at my disposal, and I want to make the most of it. Now, on your hands and knees, if you please. I'm sure you would make a lovely share. I grit my teeth together. This all sounds like some kind of bad joke. Well, I can tell Maya is being deathly serious. What a pain. I don't see why I should have to do that. You don't own me. Perhaps not, though I wish I did. But I do possess a significant amount of mana. With this mana I shall locate your friend. His eyes flash. But that is if and only if you agree to keep me amused. If you really cared about your friend, you would do it. And I'm not asking you to do anything so very heinous, am I? You should be honored that I would consider using you as a share. My behind is most exalted. It is quite soft and plush too. I don't care how soft your body is. I don't want you rubbing it on me. I don't want to do this at all, but as Diana, she's still diligently tending to the fish over the fire, her brow beaded with sweat. Anna is working hard to placate the witch. Maybe I should follow suit. It's request of Maya's, though it's more like an order, really. It's humiliating, but alright, fine. You win. I'll let you use me as a share if you want. But not for too long. I don't know if I can support you wait for hours on end. I wonder about that. You're rather muscular. It might be fun to see just how heavy a burden you can bear before you collapse face first into the dirt. But I do not wish to break you just yet. Toys should be taken care of so they do not fall apart. I shudder. Let's get one thing straight, lady. I'm not a toy. I'm flesh and blood human, and I have feelings of my own. Don't push your luck too far, or you'll regret it. Really now? How lovely. I think I would regret not taking advantage of your service more, though. Yeah. Oh, my eyes and drop down on my hands and knees. You creepy deviant. I mumbled this last part under my breath, more to myself than anybody else, but Maya's ears are sharp, and she hears me nonetheless. Why, thank you. I do love receiving compliments. that a picture? I mean, it seems a little distant to be a picture, but... And that's not hand and knees, that's hand and feet, and... Yeah, that's not very sturdy. Actually, I remember in school, we actually did a test. I could support 3 people on my back alone for around 10 minutes. And that was... none of the people was very fat then, but they did weight a normal amount. Well, not normal in the USA. They usually weight a little more in the US, as far as I heard. But that's all I have for Sakura Forest Girls this time. That's Headline Scrap. See you next time. Bye bye!